Hi Gemini, this is Kay and you're on the Collective Soul Tarot channel. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to your reading. Pardon me, my cat is singing in the background. So let's find out what Archangel Michael knows you need to know. Okay, today, Gemini. Hope you're doing well and please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, let's find out. We're going to be talking about creating. Number 16. Wasn't that in one of the cards from last week's Taurus or Aries reading? 16, that's a 7. So, you know, being a co-creator with the divine. Okay, so what are you creating? What's going on with you right now, Gemini? Let's get a major arcana. That's the one. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, you're creating a great deal of goodness, you know. It says here, the sun was still in bed, but there was a lightness in the sky over the 100-acre wood, which seemed to show that it was waking up and would soon be kicking off the close. Okay, so it cycles, change, ups and downs. Okay. So you are going to be moving forward. You know, I thought I'd use that light, but I'm not going to now. That's better. Okay. So you're moving forward. You're in a new cycle of life. That's a fortunate cycle of life. There'll always be ups and downs. The downs won't be as severe as they have been before previously in your life. Now, because something has changed. We have got the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, that's a great big blessing. A divine blessing, by the way. Divine always brings in the aces because this is an opportunity that's being gifted to you by the divine, because the divine has a purpose for you, right? And whenever you're in the right energy, the divine comes in with an offer, an opportunity. An Ace of Pentacles, a great big blessing of prosperity and abundance, which is Wheel of Fortune style stuff, right? Wow, guys, this is big. Really, really big. Ace of Pentacles with the Wheel of Fortune. So something in your material world is expanding, getting bigger, and it's going to see you on a very fortunate path. And so you have been busy manifesting, creating a life for yourself through your hard work. There's purpose here for you, Gemini, because 7 is the divine number, right? So you'd be co-creating with the divine. So you have purposely been working. You've been on a mission. In a program or project or something that has to do with bringing life to what needed new life to be breathed into it. If it could be any kind of project or a personal endeavor of yours that has it's got a good intention, right? And it's got the purpose of helping yourself to grow, prosper, and expand, or helping someone else or some other group to grow, prosper, and expand. So maybe let's just say, as an example of something else besides yourself, it would be you might be over in, let's say, Africa, and you're helping the government over there in establishing clean water for villages. And so that's going to help improve life and wellness, health, wellness, and life over there in whatever villages are going to have access to clean water. Something like that, right? But it may not be to that extent, right? Because it's, you know, for most of us, our life is fairly, you know, very, very localized kind of thing. Yes, that's what Fuddy says. So we got Fox here, number 14. That's 5. That's change. So foxes, with their and there can be somewhat unscrupulous ways, but they can be very tricky and covert, you know, in the sense that they do things under the cloak of darkness kind of thing. They don't want to be seen. And this could be the energy that you're in, is that whatever energy you're doing, it's not something that you're going to boast about, you're going to talk about. It's just something that you want to do or be involved with, that's going to make you feel really, really rewarded inside. Great reward. Feeling rewarded, like that you've got a purpose, you've got a meaning. Your life is meaningful to you. Let's get some tarot. It's beautiful, guys. All right. Okay, we have Knight of Wands. Okay, this is the energy of traveling. So this is the energy of traveling, of moving. So it could possibly be like immigration. You might be immigrating to another country, or maybe just to another state. You know, it's usually not considered immigration when it's within the same country, but residency, right? Residency. You might become, like if you live in the United States, you might become the resident of Ohio, whereas you've been the resident of Kentucky, and now you're changing your residency. So you could be very much, you know, gung-ho and excited about this, relocating, traveling, immigrating to Africa, you know, to do that kind of work, or just changing your residency, or just having being in the energy of doing something spontaneously, maybe even seeming a little bit riskier, impulsive. We have the Three of Cups. Okay, Three of Cups is celebration, socializing. It's getting together with other people, okay, who you know, you work with, or friend group with, maybe even family. Let's see. Eight of Swords. Something's got you up in your head, though, however, with the Five of Swords. Eight of Swords and Five of Swords. So let's look at this, find out which way we're going to talk about the Five of Swords. Eight of Swords really has just got that one meaning that you're imposing restrictions on yourself through the thoughts of fear. Fear, you know, fear encompasses everything. Fear is an umbrella for all types of negative emotions and feelings, you know, thoughts. Whereas love umbrellas, there's only love and fear. Love and fear umbrellas. There's only two umbrellas. And the ego resides or is in charge or in control of the fear side of us, whereas the spirit of love is in control over that loving side of us. So love umbrellas all the feelings of like happiness, joyfulness, just feeling elated, feeling content, you know, the good feelings, good emotions. So fear is could be that you're in this state of fear because it might be something that is kind of outside your comfort zone. And you might be worried that you could, with this fear and your worry, you know, the limitations, the restrictions you put on yourself, a self-imposed prison, right? Where all those thoughts are surrounding you like this, which would be in your head. That's why you would have a Band-Aid on your head or right there. But, and it's over your eyes too, because you're kind of not wanting to see that your fears could become real to you. And so you just kind of keep yourself within arm's length of yourself, within arm's length of a particular relationship, with arm's length of particular project responsibility, that sort of thing, work responsibility. You're just holding yourself back. and the swords act as the prison around you. However, as you can see, they're not like the bars of a prison where you can actually squeeze through that really quite easily. You can set yourself free, and you're very loosely wrapped up in the band-aid that's all around you, and your hands easily take that off. So 5 of Swords would be, you might be feeling as though that you're worried something might happen that could sabotage your plans or your happiness, or sabotage the project that you want to be involved in, sabotage your ability to be gainfully employed, sabotage your ability to improve your health in some way. So Gemini, it's you feel like either outside forces are going to sabotage this, or you're going to sabotage it with your fears moving forward, having some self-doubt, that kind of thing. We've got the 7 of Cups. Okay, so confusion sets in, because with fantasy, without actually realizing something, it's fantasy. So what is not actually here materially manifested, anything else is fantasy, because it's in the ethers around us, all the way around us. It's waiting to coalesce with your ability to call it in, with your desires, your passionate desires and will to experience that, to have that experience, to make yourself, your magnet, equally energized so that it attracts that particular thing. So everything is just fantasy until it's real. And so there may be some confusion, because you may be fantasizing about doing something like this, another thing like that, this, that, and the other thing, right? There might be a few things that you have a desire to do or experience, and they're all up in the air, right? And it's your job to call one in. And you can't really focus on 2 at the same time to properly and fully call in more than one experience at a time, because you try to do that, it's really like you're kind of it's kind of convoluted. The other one is it's not going to be exactly as it was supposed to be. It's not going to be in its fullness. So one will be, maybe not. It's kind of like you have to decide. So the 7 of Cups, you have to make a decision which choice you're going to make. Until then, it's confusing. It's confusion and it's fantasy. So yeah, you have to make a decision so that when you do put your heart on it, your heart and mind on it, you call it in its fullness, not something that's just half-baked. You don't want half-baked desires to show up in your life. Got the World here. So there's another, that's the cycle that's ending, the chapter that's ending, and moving forward. 9 of Swords, oh boy, 8 Swords. Oh, what this tells me is that you worry about something all day long, and then you also take it to bed at night and continue to worry about it. All right, and the 4 of Wands, that is like celebration. That's creating a foundation that is of the positive kind. Celebration. This could be a reunion, and it doesn't have to be a reunion of somebody with somebody. It could be a reunion of you turning back to something that you have long wanted to experience in your life. Long, but you kind of pushed it to the background, to the back burner, and kind of forgot about it. Not necessarily completely forgot about it, but it certainly wasn't something that you were really focusing your time and energy on. Knight of Cups, okay. Queen of Swords, okay. The Fool, Page of Cups, back of the deck, 2 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, oh, King of Wands, oh my God, Knight of Swords, 5 of Cups, and the outcome is the 10 of Pentacles, and you moving into the Empress energy, with the 4 of Swords. It's just, what this is telling me here is that you have been thinking about a new beginning with someone. Knight of Wands came in. Knight of Wands came in and wooed you off your feet. Now this could be a woman who did it to a man, okay? It's not just man to woman. Knight of Wands came in and wooed you off your feet. And it was like, it was something that you had celebrated, and this person was someone that you had known from before. So it was like a reunion, coming back together. Maybe not of the kind that where before you were in a romantic relationship with them. It could be like a good friend that's coming in and just like sweeps you off your feet with the Knight of Wands. And you celebrate. You take them out to meet your friends, you're socializing whatsoever. But there's something that's raising a red flag for you. Something that's causing some red flags. And then you worry because you're thinking, maybe I'm thinking about it too much. And you know, when we start to fall in love with someone, or fully, you know, totally jump into it, we sometimes ignore the red flags because we think our person, the one we could possibly be in love with, would never have anything for us to have to be warned about. The red flag syndrome, right? So we ignore it, or we keep an eye on it, but we keep giving him the benefit of the doubt. And so you were, you know, something caught, you know, you're in a red flag kind of paralysis where you're seeing things, but at the same time about your person, but at the same time you're thinking, I'm just going, I'm mad, you know, I'm crazy. I'm just thinking too much about this, or putting too much on this. It's not as bad as I'm thinking it might be, right? Like they might be, I don't know, maybe they disappear for a few days and then they come back and they say, oh yeah, I missed you. I thought about you the whole time I was gone, and I just want, you know, I had to come back and see you. Well, where did you go? You know, I went blah, 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 whatever. And it sounded plausible, right? Because what do you know? You don't know anything. Just an example. And so you might be thinking, I'm sabotaging this relationship. I could end up sabotaging this relationship. My ability to be in a beautiful, loving relationship. But you may be feeling like there could be other options, either for you or for them, that may be getting in the way. And I would suspect that it's other options for you may be feeling like you're an option to this person. And that could be like the red flag that you have been trying to suppress the worry about, because you've had sexual relations with this person now. And you're like, okay, well, we're of age, right? We're of age, and why can't we be in a long-term relationship? If you like me and I like you, and let's have sex and let's kind of cement it that way. Yeah, we're happy to be in each other's lives after knowing each other from before, and it's like it's kind of like having a return of a best friend, because you've known them before. Now you know them even more because you have this intimacy between the two of you. But you're feeling as though you have these red flags. And let's just pretend these Seven of Cups are those red flags. There's a few red flags, a few things that you have questions about that you are either too shy or too embarrassed to ask about, or feeling like you may be imposing your expectations too quickly, too much on this relationship, this person. If you were to say, hey, so what's going on with you? Do you have other girlfriends, or, you know, are you seeing someone else? Because they might just say, well, yeah, I'm not exclusive. I'm not exclusive. So I'm going to have, you know, because I'm not exclusive. I'm not trying to be totally with one person. And I didn't think that's what you wanted either. So I thought you'd be okay with it. But of course you didn't He didn't ask you, or she didn't ask you about that, right? She didn't talk to you about that. So you're left to assume that they're wanting to be with you and only you. But it turns out that it could be that you have some confusion about all this, and it's time for you to make a decision about this relationship here, okay? With the Knight of Wands energy person. And this is where you step into that energy of saying, you know, I want more than this. I don't want to be creating a life of confusion and being an option. I don't want to create that kind of life, that kind of relationship with someone, no matter how much I find them attractive, no matter how much I know of them from before, how much we have so much more in common because we come from the same, you know, well, we used to work at the same place, or we used to live at the same place, or we grew up in the same town and went to the same school and all that sort of stuff. So you got a lot in common with, you know, the people that you know, other their friends, you know of them, and your friends, they know of your friends, and you know of their friends, that sort of thing. Like, there's just so much familiarity there. It just feels good, right? But you're not willing to sacrifice that which has been making you feel off-centered with this. And so without further ado, you decide to put an end to that chapter, because you said, look, I need a change. I'm in a cycle of I want to grow and expand in my own life, but in my relationships as well. So if I'm on the road to becoming the best version of myself, or more than I am right now, then I want my relationships to be more than they are right now too. And so this Fox energy could be you know, trying to keep your what's the word? Your suspicions. Keep your suspicions to yourself. Keeping your suspicions about this person to yourself, and because you also see that they're in the Fox energy, where they are the only fox in the hen house. You see what I'm saying? Of course, it could be either girl or man or woman, right? The fox could be a man, the fox could be a woman, but still in the hen house. But the hens could be a man or a woman too. Hang on a second, guys. There's something in front of my eye. Okay, so ending that chapter in life where you are being made aware of red flags. You're seeing them. They're like right there in front of your face. And possibly trying to ignore them, right? And you're saying, no, that it just causes me a great deal of, the suspicion causes me a great deal of imbalance, emotional imbalance, like it could become paranoid. Definitely feeling bad about myself because I might, thinking I might be an option for them, then I could think, doesn't mean I am, but it could think that I'm unworthy of having a dedicated partner in my life. So I'm just not going to go down that road, right, Gemini? I'm not going to go down that road. I'm going to go down the road that's going to lead to destiny for me, of a brand new offering brought in by the divine, because I'm making a choice to take care of me. Take care of me, love myself enough to say, hey, I see red flags, and if I can't feel confident enough or courageous enough to question my new friend here about the red flags that I'm seeing, then I have no business being in this relationship with them or with anybody, really. So you have to be able to get to that place where you construct your boundaries and say, hey, I see red flags, and those red flags, they don't fit within my boundaries of self-respect, right? Boundaries of self-respect, self-protection, self-care, and self-love. They don't fit within my boundaries. So either you, explain what it is I'm seeing with some kind of, give me some kind of reason to believe you. If I believe you, and then we'll only time will tell, right? But if I don't believe you, then it's kind of like, where do we go from here? I think we kind of have to put some space between us. Maybe I don't want to see you again for at least who knows how long, and if ever, kind of thing, right? So because, otherwise you're in this energy of a great deal of stress and worry, and all you want to do is be in a structured relationship that has a lot to do with commitment and being happy, celebrating, right? Celebrating each other, being so happy to be with each other. I'm so grateful and happy to have you in my life, and then vice versa. So someone else comes trotting in with the Knight of Clubs, but because of your previous experiences, right? You've stepped into the energy of the Queen of Swords, which is good. There's nothing wrong with it. If it was in the reverse, that'd be different, but you're not. You're in the upright Queen of Swords energy, and this upright Queen of Swords energy is not only highly intuitive, okay? So you get gut feeling. So kind of like if you see a red flag and you get this uneasy feeling in your gut, you're going like, okay, well, I've got to talk to my person about that. But the Queen of Swords energy is someone who is a truth seeker. I'm on the path to seeking the truth about who I am and how I express myself through others, through relationships and others and things that I do. Therefore, the people that I want, that deserve to be in my life, are people who can accept that about me, can honor that and respect that about me. Because you want to see me grow in my truth as much as I want to see you grow in your truth. Okay, so it's got to be equal give and take. It's got to be the type of relationship that is honorable and committed to each other. None of this Seven of Cups feeling like an option type of experience with you. So this Knight of Cups is going to come in, trot in and say, I really think you're all that. I think you're attractive. I am really attracted to you. I'd like to get to know you. I think you're admirable and I adore you. I want to be your friend and probably more. But they're expressing their love for you, the offer they have for love for you. But you're saying that's great. I had another knight come in before and they were all about their wand. Yeah. And this is all about love. How can I tell the difference, right? Between passion and love. Yeah, so you might want to talk to them about that. Tell them your experience. You might want to, or if not, you just say, look, I have some boundaries. And they're healthy boundaries. And I only expect from you what I would expect from myself. And so, however, I'm not so black and white, as a truth seeker, the Queen of Swords. I'm not so black and white that I actually have the ability to take someone's reasoning, or if you want to call it an excuse for another word, excuse or reasoning as to why they think or do or feel a certain way. Feel or do a certain way that might be contradiction to how I would like to progress in my relationship with you. And they tell you, you talk, you feel real assured. This person seems very genuine, of course, because they're the cup. They seem highly genuine and definitely focused on making you happy. It just feels like that. It's a different feeling than what you got with this spontaneous, impulsive, irresponsible wand guy, okay? This is just a total different feeling. And it's because you said, my destiny is to move forward in a new pattern, a new way, a new energy of life that is going to have to do with my material world. So since material is form, and form is body, and body is material, then it's going to have to do with my material world of people, because that's bodies, other materials and forms outside of the physical body, Everything that has to do with the world, in other words. Yeah, it's going to improve my material world. So if I hook up with somebody whose motto is to treat others as they would want to be treated themselves, then I'm following the path that I'm co-creating in my life with the divine. Or, you know, if you don't want to go that far, you're just saying, I'm following my purpose. I feel like I'm following my purpose. I feel like I can expand in this relationship and become even my better version of myself as time goes on in this relationship with this person. Taking that, you know, having some faith, taking a leap of faith, and saying, yeah, let's really, maybe, you know, let's tie the knot, or let's just spend more time together. Maybe you want to move in together with the Four of Wands energy. Move in together, but in any case, they will be offering a cup of love to you that says, I want to offer you my heart. I want you to feel like you're capable of being able to manage being with me, and managing to be able to you know, expand your horizon, that you can make your decision to say yes to me, that you want to be with me, that you're not going to be afraid to be with me because of what happened with this person before. And I want to commit with you as the King of Pentacles. But then the King of Wands comes around, okay? The King of Wands comes around, and they come in here and they tell you about all their, and I feel like it's this guy coming back. They've done some changing. They have changed, but they can also be changed for the worse. They could be even more of an established player energy if they're in the reverse like this. Okay, which is, I'm feeling, is what's happening here, because with the Five of Cups, right? The Five of Cups. And what I feel is going on here is that with the Knight of Cups person, you're going to be establishing a Ten of Pentacles, because this is your Wheel of Fortune energy. Ten of Pentacles, committed type of relationship, long-term relationship with them. You're going to be stepping into the wife energy, you know, getting married to them. Getting married to them, becoming the wife or the spouse with the feminine side. Okay, you could be the man, an actual husband, but with feminine energy. And the Four of Swords is all about, you know, putting aside heartache, past pain, these three swords. And whenever you rest and you know, get yourself up again, you're taking that one sword of your truth, which is this Queen of Swords truth right here, and you're walking through your day in your relationships and all your communications and stuff like that from that energy again of the Queen of Swords. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with being in the Queen of Swords energy. Now you're taking a leap of faith. You're going to say yes. Let's. You're offering your love to me, and I'm going to say yeah. Let's try this out, because I'm not that much damaged by what happened before, that I can't possibly open myself up again emotionally, be vulnerable, be emotionally available. Because this King of Wands, he comes in with the Knight of Swords energy, wants to tell you, okay, the truth is here, okay, the truth is, he's like this coming in, okay, but he's coming in telling you his truth. His truth is that I'm going to make you feel, okay, put it this way. If it was like this, I would say everything was upright. King of Wands comes in to your life, tells you they find you highly attractive, and that they want to be with you, and they want to have a lot of fun and just enjoy life with you. They're coming in telling you their truth. They're coming in fast, because the Knight of Wands, and I mean the Knight of Swords is the fastest energy. They're already in fast energy with the Knight of Wands. Okay, this is the fastest energy. They're coming in even faster than they did before as the King of Wands, and they're saying, I know I made you feel regretful and remorseful, but I love you. There's the Two of Cups right there. And you don't see this coming. You just don't see this coming. Like, right, you don't see it coming. You don't see the Two of Cups. Offer. However, this is, and it could be that this person is upright. It could be for some of you, one or two of you, could be upright. But you say, hey, I've already got, this dude here, and I really dig him. That's it. I'm going forward with them. And sorry, you just came in too late. Because they're committing to me. King of Pentacles, the quintessential king of commitment, is committing to me. I made the decision to commit to them. We're going to be the Ten of Pentacles relationship energy together, and I'll be the wife. I'll be the wife, and things are going to be very peaceful, because every time I get up, that I lay these memories of heartache down, I get up in my truth with grabbing that sword that's right there beside my bed. I get up, I walk in my truth. So let's say this guy isn't, and so they're coming in all upside down. Knight of Wands energy. He's just in a bigger energy of player type energy than he was as a knight. He's really established, has made it, he's certified. He's certified in it, he's earned the big player label, okay? And that they're coming in, and they're going to be trying to tell you their truth, but the truth is not the truth. It's really lies. It is something all about coming in and wooing you again, and then leaving you for feeling regretful and remorseful and saying, what the hey happened? And then you say, why did I let that happen to me again? Why did I say okay to that guy? Let's go out, let's have some fun together, and commit to each other and jump into bed with each other and all that sort of stuff like we did before. It's just a different day now, but the same kind of stuff, but even more so. You're going to learn stories about this guy, what he's been up to since he's been out of the picture here. Okay, so that's what we got here, is that you got a major player, and like I said, one or two of you, it would be somebody who is changed, who has changed, they've evolved, they're in the upright King of Wands energy, and they're in the upright Knight of Swords and the upright Five of Cups, where they say, I did do this to you, and I want to come back and make things better because I love you. I want you to see that I love you, right there. Okay, so it's however way that works for you, Gemini, but it looks like it's a really nice story for you, that you're going to have a King of Pentacles who is evolving from just the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is pretty darn sweet, okay? Could be like your best friend, somebody who you really just connect with and bond with, right? But you're going to take that leap of faith with this person, but you're going to do it with your truth held high because of what you've been through before. The whole idea here is to co-create what it is that you want to experience by growing from what you have already experienced or are experiencing right now, growing from that and making the decision, the choice to put an end to it, because the divine is bringing an end in on it. That's the major arcana is always like a divine orchestrated, divine implemented kind of energy. So the chapter's got to end because you're ready for a new chapter in your life that won't involve this stress, not that kind of stress anymore where you can't go to sleep at night, but it could very much involve a reunion. Somebody's going to come back into your life, or just that this is going to turn into a celebratory relationship where you can build a new foundation built on love and commitment towards each other. It's not just about the sex or the good times, okay? There's that too, but it's not just about that. It's about the heart. This is about the wand, okay? I hope that was helpful to you. Take care of yourself. Bye for now.